Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and I wanted to talk about good Dungeons & Dragons commentary. And I want to talk about it specifically in context to Shawn, Merwin, and Teos Abadia. All right, so they have a podcast called Mastering Dungeons. I cannot suggest it to you highly enough. And they are two of the best guys in Dungeons & Dragons commentary anywhere, and they just finished something really special. They finished a 5-episode series where they talked in depth about a current Dungeons & Dragons canon hardback. And that was actually not a D&D canon hardback. It was 3 D&D canon hardbacks. It was the D&D canon hardbacks in Planescape Adventures in the Multiverse. And I want to talk about bad commentary. All right. Now, first of all, let me make it really clear. I'm about to tear Teos Abadia and Shawn Merwin's D&D commentary apart. And the reason why is I'm going to talk to you about the worst thing they do. And the reason why is I'm suggesting their podcast listens to it, right? When you get there, you're going to hear everything they said right. I want to talk about wrong and the reason why wrong D&D commentary. And the reason why is I want to make it better, right? And the only way you get better is iron sharpens iron. Let's get to sharpening. All right. So Teos Abadia and Shawn Merwin, I listened to all of this and I'm recommending to it. So it's good. But they did some really bad commentary. And there's specific Dungeons & Dragons commentary that needs to stop forever. Okay? And they do it a lot. And I want to call it out. And I'm calling it out for them because they're among the best. But this needs to die. There's D&D commentary that needs to be die. And they spend half of this commentary talking in this way, and it's useless. And I want it to end. And I want this type of commentary to die. Let's get into it. 2 problems. First problem. They talked about Fortune's Wheel, the adventure for Planescape, and they were like, they really needed to make this longer. If they had just given me more, if they had told me more, if they had added more, I would have added this and this and this and this and this, and you're wrong. You're wrong. Looking at any adventure and saying it should be longer is bad commentary. Bad Dungeons & Dragons commentary. Here's why, okay? It's weak sauce, right? First of all, recognize now. There is too much D&D canon now. We need shorter products, not longer. And anytime you get a commentator saying this D&D adventure would be better if it was longer, right? All they're saying is, I don't know good design. I need more pages. And guess what? All that happens if they had taken that 250, here's what would have happened, right? Planescape came out. It was a massive success, okay? And Planescape is done, and they've already moved on to Book of Many Things, right? If it were up to these two, we'd have a 250 page setting specific a 250 page setting guide, and a 250 page adventure, right? And we would have gotten Planescape now. We'd be getting the monster manual a month from now, and 3 months from now we would have gotten the other one. And the only people who would have read it, right, are the most pedantic, most educated, most podcasty, privileged dungeon masters and players, right? Which is exactly what Merwin and Teos Abadia are. Highly educated, highly privileged, literally designers, and it's just bad commentary. It is such bad commentary. And the reality is, it's not commercially viable. It is not commercially viable. They did exactly what they needed to do, made it short, made it pithy, made it succinct, made it chibi, and it rocks, right? So anytime you hear a commentator saying, oh, if only they had taken this 96-page book and turned 92-page book and turned it into a 250-page book, everything would have worked out great. You're listening to someone who knows nothing about making a product commercially viable, nothing about speed to market, nothing about making a product succeed, right? They're just saying, I would have been more comfortable with this. And it's wrong. It is shockingly wrong. It is shockingly wrong, right? So I said I was going to cover 2 things. I'm only going to cover 1. Make things short, right? So I love Teos Abadia and Shawn Merwin. And I will tell you right now, both those guys are better D&D commentators than me, and mastering, and you should never listen to a Scott Garibay D&D commentary until you have listened to every Teos, Abadia, and Shawn Merwin commentary. But they are shockingly wrong on this. On this, they are wrong. Making something longer, making any D&D adventure longer is never the solution. Never. And I think, and the reason why I'm bringing it out is they said this in every single one of the episodes 4 times per episode, and it's just bad commentary. In my humble opinion, every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.